Welcome back, everybody, to a new episode of the Collector Cast. We've been away for a couple of weeks, but we are back with some juicy stuff. I am here once again with Mike from Cards and Collectibles. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I had a tooth problem a couple of weeks ago. That's why we couldn't do an episode. It was like an emergency trip to the dentist is always fun.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
No, it's expensive as well. So it's like, oh yeah, my monthly budget of buying cards has long gone out the window when I have to spend a lot of money on fixing my teeth.
I don't know what that word means, budget.
No, especially when you're DJing packs like an absolute beast. You're like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
So I think before we get started, I think you should tell everybody, what you've been opening.
Generations packs. So we were at Ken Card Show at the weekend, and someone had one of my Grail purchases that I've been trying to buy for the longest of times. Red and Blue Collection Box, Charizard. I don't have the Charizard promo yet. I've got the Blastoise, the Venusaur, and the Pikachu, and they're all pretty clean. So I was like, the easiest way to get a clean promo is obviously to buy the EX box. Yeah. And then I opened it and the promo was damaged. So I was like, well, I've opened the box now, might as well open the boosters as well. And then the boosters were also damaged.
Oh, God.
Well, the contents of the boosters at least.
Oh, that's, yeah.
We didn't hit badly in the box. We hit the second best hit in the box for the Radiant Collection slot, which was the Flareon EX.
I'm trying to think. Is that the red one, or is that the one where there's three of them?
It was the triple one, yeah.
The triple one?
Yeah, with the 3 evolutions.
I like that one.
But the back was dented.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad issue to have. It's not like a bit of scuffs or anything like that. It's literally...
Yeah, an actual dent.
Not even gradable.
It's not what you want to see.
No.
So that was effectively £600 down the drain.
It is. Great start.
I enjoyed myself. I streamed it for the boys on Discord, and we had a great time. We opened 2 Celebrations ETPs as well, because why you're going to degen, just degen fully.
Yeah.
We picked up the 2 Celebration ETBs in a trade with Masters Pokemon at Kent Card Show. They recorded a bunch of clips of the interaction, so I'm not going to spoil it, but I did come back with those and some money for a particular card that I traded them. So,
was it a graded card?
It was indeed a graded card.
Ooh. Have you managed to sell that Pikachu Chinese card yet?
No. It's becoming more of an issue, I think. Trying to move that card. I might just crack it and try and sell it raw. I'm asking raw price on it anyway, but it's a 9. So, I don't know. People are just thinking, obviously, well, I can just buy a raw one and 10 it myself. Why would I buy your 9 for the same price? I don't know.
That's with Ace.
It's a strange one.
Is it 8? Yeah, it was Ace, but yeah.
Yeah, it's an Ace label, yeah. It would 8 at PS8 because of the centering.
How much is it at the moment?
1.3, I think.
So that's dropped quite a bit.
£1,300. It's dropped by like a couple of £100 raw.
Well,
but the problem is that the market is pretty much flooded with them at the moment. So if you wanted one, you can buy some random Chinese graded company version.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah, for pretty much raw price. But then I've seen some of the pictures of them, and they're not going to cross over. So but some people just want a 10, and they don't care what the label is on it, as long as it's a 10's a 10 to some people.
Yeah,
for me, it has to look like a 10.
Yeah, I mean, for me, well, not say for me, but one thing I've noticed was a lot of people seem to prefer to have the card raw than to have the card at the same value being a slab. If you know what I mean, like they would prefer to be like, look, show off in their binder rather than, I don't know, show it off.
The only upside is that you know the card's real.
Yeah, of course, especially when you go to other languages.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder to know the differences between them. So, I mean, realistically, if someone comes to me at a show and they see that I've got it, but they're just like, oh, I really would just want to bind a copy, and I would have paid that for a binder copy. I took pliers and a screwdriver with me to Kent to crack it if anybody wanted just to bind a copy. But realistically, I don't think anyone's paid. There aren't many people that are going to pay that much money for a binder copy card.
No. Oh, God, no.
I'm kind of wondering more if the price of the card is actually more based on the fictitious value that it could possibly have coming back graded as 10, rather than what the card's actually worth raw. I think that might be the problem with the card. But we'll see. Give it
Yeah.
4 or 5 months, and then we'll have a better understanding of where the card price is going to realistically be.
I have a feeling that's kind of, in a way, kind of the same with, like, potentially with some other big cards, right? Where, like, the raw value is only where it's at because of the idea of it getting a 10, or the potential of it could get a 10. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could get a big,
100%.
like a Bubble Mew, for example. It's like, oh,
That's
wait
exactly
a minute.
where I was going, yep.
This could be, it could get a 10, but what if? And then, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like this, I would call it like more like ghost value. It's like added value that shouldn't really exist, but kind of does because it could get a 10. And that potential value of a 10, even though it probably wouldn't.
Should a raw Bubble Mew be like almost £500? No, it shouldn't. It being a £220 card made sense. For £220, you would put it in your binder, you'd be happy with looking at it every now and then, and you'd be okay with it as a part of the set rather than, hey, look at this crazy expensive card.
Yeah.
Obviously, now it's doing stupid stuff in 10s. Yeah, the raw price has to move up, and that's kind of just... That's the problem, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's that's just crazy. Okay, well, we're gonna get into some card show stuff. We recently went. Well, I say recently. It was what 3 weeks ago? Nothing. 3 weeks ago, I think, was the London Card Show. So we went to London Card Show. It was the first time I helped out and vended for the first time. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good fun. Helped out on the Sunday. It was pretty busy, from what I could tell anyway. On the Sunday, I was kind of in control of the binders and like the singles that were in the display case. Whilst you were busy doing all the slabs and the deals and all that sort of stuff.
All the big stuff, yeah.
All the big, silly expensive stuff. We had people come up and they're like, oh yeah, I want to trade this and trade that, and I'm like, I'm not the guy you want to talk to. Otherwise, I'll just trade it all. I'll just take everything. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, well, I'll send you over to Mike and he'll sort you out to, get the stuff there. But it was good. I enjoyed it, and it kind of was like, it was a long day, but when I got home, I was still buzzing from it. I was like, even though there wasn't my cards, I wasn't making any money myself, I was still buzzing from it. I was like, that was actually really fun, meeting new people, and some people that watch the channel as well, which was great. And it was just a fun day. It was exhausting, but it was a good one. Yeah,
that is the thing. Obviously, just you're full-time working when you're there. So if you're doing like a weekend event, like full-time Saturday, full-time Sunday, you're just working from the moment you get in the hall at like 7:30 in the morning to pack down at 5 o'clock. You don't really stop, because it's not like you've never got that point where, oh, everyone's just gone for lunch, you can take half an hour off. There's always someone walking past the table, and it definitely helps having multiple people there.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple of shows I'm doing solo, which I'm not looking forward to as much.
Ooh, but okay.
Also, should be fun. I don't know.
I mean,
might lose out a couple of sales when I've got to say to my vending neighbour, do you mind looking after my table while I use the bathroom? Yeah. Might lose out on a sale. Who knows? But ultimately,
you gotta
do what you gotta do. I gotta probably reach out to some people on Instagram or something, see if anyone fancies coming and helping for the week.
Where
I'm doing it
where
solo.
Are they?
Literally all over the place.
And I'll tell you, you got like 2 tables.
2 tables as well.
Because I'm doing my first card show in Bristol in 3 weeks' time, and I'm doing that one solo. I'm going to see how that goes. But I have a feeling if I'm doing London, and I've only got 1 table, but I think I could probably do with someone else helping out as well, just because I think it'd be more busier than probably Bristol will be. So I'm there like, maybe I probably need somebody just to help out, even though it's 1 table, just to help out a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So and
I think
also,
I've got, like 1 in Birmingham. I've got another one in Bristol.
When
my mum's going to come to Liverpool with me to help out.
I was going to say
that's going to be an interesting
Liverpool's way too. I ain't going to Liverpool. There's
my mum was just like, "Oh, I've never been to Liverpool before. Do you want me to come with you?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, If you really wanna come to Liverpool, spend some quality time with your favourite son.
That
Yeah, then
is far. That's a journey and a half.
yeah, but it's fine because we'll go up Friday, hotel room Friday, hotel room Saturday, and it's a whole weekend event, so should be fun. And then
Okay.
Stamford, Exeter, Shrewsbury, Herefordshire, another one in Bristol.
Yeah, there's a lot in
So-
Bristol, like coming up the end of this year. I saw
There are
like
like three shows coming up in Bristol. I was like, wow.
I
Who'd have thought?
did-
Bristol.
I did contact for one of them recently. I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been in October, but they haven't got back to me. I don't know what they were. I think it was the Southwest Card Show, and they
Was that the one on the 11th of October?
possibly it was in October, or I remember I'm gonna have a quick look, but I'm pretty
I don't know.
sure.
I've got everything listed down on like very much shorthand, just so I know
Yeah.
the area it's going to be in. And I've got this one listed as Shreddenham's. So I'm assuming it's an old Debenhams store that they've turned into like a skate park, and they're running it in there or something. Not entirely certain. I could be completely making that up, but that does sound like where the names come from.
Yeah, so it was Southwest Card Fest. It's called.
Southwest Card Fest.
Yeah, and they had a show on.
That sounds like it's going to be somewhere crazy like Plymouth.
No, it's in Bristol. But
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think when their next show is, but I contacted them, and they haven't got back to me.
That is a classic.
So I honestly, it's in November.
Oh, in November?
End of November.
End of November. Oh, I might have
23rd,
already been busy
23rd
that
and
week.
23rd.
I am free that weekend.
But I messaged them about it, and there was nothing. So that's the only one I know that's coming up later on this year. And then there was another one. But the thing is, I'm like, look, I've got potentially four shows booked. So I've got Bristol in 3 weeks' time. Hopefully the London Card Show in end of October, beginning of November. Then in the middle of November, I've got Birmingham, and then in December, I've got Cardiff. I'm kind of done, I think, for like this year, like back end of this year, especially because I'm getting into it. But then next year, I can't do March, I can't do April, and I can't do May. So it's like, ideally, I need shows there in January, February, which seems to be quite difficult to find, and then anything after like late May onwards. But
yeah, I think one card show company sent out lists of all of their card shows for like the first quarter of next year, and I think I just went down. I was just like, yeah, I'll take 2 tables at every one of them if I've not already booked in a show for that weekend. And then if they're weekend shows and I'm somewhere else on the Saturday, I'm going to them on the Sunday. Or if I'm somewhere else on the Sunday, I'm going to them on the Saturday. I want to build like a good relationship with certain companies that do good shows.
Yeah. I've had a couple of people. I've had a couple of shows reach out to me and ask me if I was interested in going to the shows.
Oh, really? That's good.
But unfortunately, they're literally weekends where I've already got something on, and I'm there like, yeah, that's not going to work. And they tend to be shows that are like March, April next year. I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, April's kind of a no-go. You know, I'm like, same with the London Card Show. I was like, is it a no-go? I kind of feel like my wedding and honeymoon should take priority.
Yeah, maybe.
But
also,
I mean, there's literally a card show on the... So I'm getting married on a Friday. There's literally a card show on the Sunday. No, on the Saturday. The day after.
Oh, okay. Saturday's a little bit risky. I think Sunday you might have been able to get away with.
Well, I would, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I think it was a Saturday, Sunday, and I was like, oh, I could just go for the Sunday one. And then I got reminded, no, you can't go on the Sunday one. I'm like, why? And then my partner was like, because you'll be in Singapore. And I went, oh yeah. So okay, instead, I'll be going to the Pokemon Center in Singapore.
I mean, that doesn't sound terrible.
No. So I'm going to go and visit the Pokemon Center in Singapore, which is... Apparently they don't sell Pokemon cards there. But I'm going to go there anyway. And
get some plushies?
Yeah. It'd be fun to go to. So it'd be an experience. So that'll be... That'd be a fun one to do. So I'm looking forward. That's going to be like right at the start as well. Like when I arrive, because at the airport, it's really weird that they got Pokemon Center in the airport. But
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Pokemon Centers where people are going to be.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm going to be looking at card shows for January, February, and see. I think there's a London card show in January. I I need to check. There
Yeah,
is
there'll be
one that's one
There
right
will
at the
be
beginning.
one beginning of the year, yeah,
So I'll
before
try.
the XL show.
Yeah, so I think that's probably the last one before the XL, I think.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll look
January,
at trying.
January, or February, somewhere around then.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be fun. So if anybody's going to any of these card shows, you'll most likely see Mike. And
I will be there.
yeah, exactly. And then I might appear, you never know, at some of these, either vending
Hopefully.
or buying. So yeah, I want to go to more to buy as well, especially if I need stock for future card shows. That also might be a thing that might end up happening. But yeah, it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun. So at card shows right now, so you went to the Kent card show, which was quite a big one from what I saw on some videos.
It was big. Yeah, it was a lot bigger than their previous show.
Yeah.
So that was kind of exciting to be part of that.
Yeah, I did see it looked a nice spacious hall as well from what I saw, which was pretty good. It wasn't like everybody was crammed.
Yeah, no, there was lots of room to move around. They had seating areas at the back of the hall. They had like a fun kids zone with a bounce castle and
that's where you were, wasn't it?
Yeah, like lots of good food options as well that weren't crazy expensive. They were a little bit on the pricey side, but you kind of expect that at any sort of venue. Food's going to be a little bit expensive, but it was good quality as well, which is always...
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a pound burger that they're charging you £9.50 for. It was a reasonable quality one.
That's pretty good. So what were the things that you noticed that people were after? What was the most popular things that people were picking up from you?
Yeah, that's kind of a hard one. Saturday was very quiet. We sold a lot of just random binder cards on Saturday.
Okay.
I think we sold one slab. I sold my 151 Zard and an Ace 10 on the Saturday.
Nice.
So they're probably going to go up in price again because I've sold mine now. And
always the way. You're there, you sold it, and you're like, I feel happy. And then 2 days later, you're like, God damn it.
It's like a running joke on the Discord that if I sell something, that's it. It's due a good spike. It happened with the Obsidian Flames Charizard, the Brilliant Stars Charizard, Bubble Mew. They've all shot up in price since I got rid of my copies. So,
how much is the Obsidian Flames Charizard?
A lot. What are you talking about in a 10 or raw?
Well, both. Because I've just sent 2 off to PSA.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know how much. I
think raw they're like £100 now.
£100,
like almost £600 in a PSA 10.
So let's have a look on eBay. Holy smokes! Yeah.
Yeah. They've shot right up. I sold mine for £300, like less than a month ago.
So I've got a tag 10 here for 516. Oh yeah, PSA 10, £700.
I think the cheapest one's 600.
Even then, that's crazy.
Yeah.
600.
From where the card was, that is.
I knew it was a tough card to get in a 10 though. It was quite a.
Yeah, but for me, the artwork just doesn't do it.
Oh, see, I love the artwork.
I know people are going to hate that comment, but for me, the Obsidian Flames Charizard and the Paldean Fates Charizard, I don't understand the hype in the artwork.
Do you like the 151 Charizard?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say. Okay.
It's just basic. There's too much going on in these artworks.
Oh no, it's really weird. I actually really like simplistic artwork. Right, I don't like stuff that's like got too much going on. That's one of the reasons why I don't like the Magikarp or the Giratina. I know this thing is the same artist, but I just don't like overcrammed artwork, right? But with the 151 Zard from 150, the artwork from 151, it's like 10% of the picture is Charizard.
Yeah, sure, but I'm okay with that.
Okay. You're like I just like seeing the scenery. Don't really care about the Pokemon.
It looks beautiful. Like that's all I care about on artwork.
Do you know what it should have been instead? It should have been a dash bun. Just replace the Charizard.
A floating dash bun.
Yeah. That could be its Mega Evolution. They give a dash bun wings.
It's just a dash bun on the back of like a Drampa.
Yeah, special delivery dash bun.
That might go pretty hard.
That would be sick, wouldn't it? Could you imagine this cute little sausage dog? Like delivering...
Riding on the back of a Dragonite?
Yeah. On the back of a Charizard,
even better.
On the back of a Rayquaza?
No.
You don't know? I think that'd be pretty epic.
How's that going to work?
I don't know, but we do know. I can tell you right now that dash bun will tell that Rayquaza what to do, 100%.
I mean, almost definitely. The Rayquaza will be scared.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. The amount of sass that comes out of them is unreal. But yeah, the dash button, that's what they should do. But no, I think the Obsidian Flame Zard, yeah, I'm looking at this. So there's 10,500 copies in a 10. And then you're looking at the price. So a PSA 10 back in June was about $320. And yeah, we're now looking at over $600 in a 10.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But also, everything's on the rise. And it's a Charizard. So that doesn't surprise me too much.
Literally anything. It's like, I said this in a stream, I think it might have been even yesterday. I literally turned around and was like, I'm getting to the point, and I don't think it's just, this is how I feel anyway, but I also feel like it applies to anybody else out there that is doing Pokemon sealed investment content. In a way, we're in such a state where there's no point saying, I think, there's like no potential like plays to make. You can buy anything right now, sealed.
Yeah, 100%.
And
Like,
it
look
will
at
go up.
Shrouded Fable.
Yeah, it's like...
No one wants that set, but it's going up in price.
Yeah, I see these videos and they're like, oh, these are the plays that you should make right now in the market. But in the past, 100%, that was what made it exciting, where it was like, what is a play? Like, what could be a play? Because the market didn't really move much. Not everything went up over time eventually, but there were definitely some outliers that really did push it, and it was kind of exciting. What was it going to be? What cards? What? Now it's like, okay, yeah, whatever, crap card, crap set, don't matter. That sucker's going right up, and that's basically what's happened. So it's like when someone tells me,
Yeah,
oh, by the way,
100%.
have you seen the value of this? Have you seen that? I'm like,
Yeah, it's
no,
up. Everything's up.
no,
Like,
but let me guess, it's gone up ridiculous amounts.
So, I mean, Ken was an interesting one because everything was going up. We were expecting very much to be offered a bunch of recently spiked cards and sort of being very wary of taking them in from people. And then I think out of all of the stuff that's recently spiked, I got offered one Bubble Mew in a 10.
PSA?
And the seller wanted, PSA 10, but they
Nice.
wanted 85% cash for it. And I just said no. I was like,
85% cash.
At 85%, that's more than they were worth 3 weeks ago.
So how much is it in a 10?
I think like last check it's like 1,800 or something.
And they wanted 85% cash.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get my little trusty calculator out. 1.5k. You just throw that out there, can't you?
Yeah, but then there was a sale maybe the week before on eBay for 1.3k.
It's too,
So
too volatile.
Yeah, how can I give you 1.5k on that card? It's just impossible.
It's too volatile.
I'm taking like literally all the risk on it. If I can't flip it that weekend, it's too big a risk.
The thing is, we saw this happen. Okay, we saw this happen with the Sun and Moon Alt Arts, and we saw it with the Sword and Shield Alt Arts, and they had, you know, in summer of the Sun and Moon was 2023. In summer of 2023, we saw a big boom of the Sun and Moon Alt Arts, and they cooled off. Like a lot of them dropped quite literally like $100, $200 raw. All right, they're still technically up from the boom before the boom happened, but they had come down a lot from their all-time high.
Yeah.
Same happened with Sword and Shield Alt Arts. I mean, now they're starting to trickle back up again. Same with the Sun and Moon Alt Arts. But it did happen, and it's like it all depends on where you buy it in that cycle, right? And you know, a lot of people are like, yeah, but it's still up over a year ago. I'm like, okay, but when did you buy it? When did you get hold of it? Because if you bought a card when it was at £600, and 6 months to a year ago it was £200, but you bought it at 600 and now it's 400, you're gonna feel kind of bad because you're there like, I've just lost £200. I just lost like 50%. Like, you know, just lost a good chunk of my money here.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people don't see it like that. They're like, yeah, but you're still up. Well, no, because I didn't buy it when it was 200. So it all depends on where. Oh yeah, so that Mew was. I think not buying it was probably the best.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think that was like. So at that was the time where I was walking around the room. We just made a couple of big sales at the tables, so we were kind of a little bit cash rich. I was seeing if I could buy any sealed stuff in bulk from other vendors, because my sealed supply is, or like my sealed collection is pretty much non-existent. So I wanted to try and increase it somehow. So I thought, you know, right, like if I can walk around and someone's got multiple like Fusion Strike boxes or something like that, and try and work out some sort of deal where they take some percentage off for me to take multiple boxes, or if they want to do a trade, I'm more than happy to give them percentage on trade towards stuff if there's stuff they're particularly looking for that we happen to have.
Do you get many people that try and sell you sealed? Or trade for
We got
sealed?
offered at London, we got offered like quite a reasonable amount of sealed, but we didn't have any shelves with us because we at the moment we're not doing any sealed at shows because
You just don't
there's
have
kind
any.
of there's no real point. The small amount of Deaths and Rivals I've managed to pick up, I don't want to sell.
No.
The same with like 151 Prismatic. They're sort of they're in a box in storage. I'm not going to look at them for a few years, sort of investments. And so we had people bringing us sealed, and it's just realistically, I have nowhere on my table to put sealed. I've got 4 display cases and then 6 binders on 2 tables. There's no room on my table for sealed.
No.
And people kept on saying, "Oh, but you'll flip it this weekend. You'll flip it this weekend." I'm like, "Yeah, but how am I going to flip it? I've got nowhere to put it.
To advertise,
I can put it on the
to sell
floor
it,
behind me, and then, but no one's going to buy it if it's just sat on the floor. So I realistically can't take anything. We got offered Burning Shadows boxes at £1,000 value each. So they wanted £700 in trade on them, and I really wish I'd just taken it now because they've shot up again.
Yeah.
But realistically, at that time on that day, it wasn't worth £700 to me.
Yeah, I saw a couple of vendor POVs of, I think might have been from Kent, actually, and someone traded in or sold some sealed booster boxes, Sword and Shield booster boxes, and the vendor was buying them at 90%. And it seems to be a trend where sealed is a much higher percentage because obviously it's not volatile as singles and slabs. I would say that if you were going to pick up booster boxes to sell rather than to hold, I would go Sword and Shield because Scarlet and Violet is on its up climb at the moment. Whereas there are some sets in the Sword and Shield era, and like we're not talking Evolving Skies or whatever, but like you look at some of the Trainer Gallery sets, Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest, Astral Radiance, even something like Chin and Rain, stuff like that, where they have slowed down so much over the past few months. Whilst everything's going mad to the absolute max at the moment, they're not.
Yeah.
They're pretty stagnant. I mean, you've had Lost Origin trickle upwards, Fusion Strike has been trickling a little bit upwards, so you have like some of the top ones doing it, but there are some in Sword and Shield that haven't really moved a huge amount. So I think those ones could be potentially good. But honestly, Scarlet and Violet, I mean, anything this year, it's going to get more reprints, more stocks, or whatever. And even though Deaths and Rivals is going to be very, very good in the long term, to buy it and then sell it again, it's just not
worth it.
No.
Like, I'm going to pick it up if I see it at retail. I'll buy it. Fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then it's just going to go in a box.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really too fussed about making whatever it is at the moment, £80 profit on the box.
I mean, I picked up a bunch of Palaeo Evolved booster boxes recently. Like I sold off some of my Sword and Shield stuff. It's been sat there for ages, and it's gained a lot of value since I bought them. I bought them all at not even a retail. It was like, I don't know, 90 to 100 a box when they came out, and then I've sold a few of them. Like I've got duplicate copies of, and I just used the money from that to buy some Palaeo Evolved because I feel like Palaeo Evolved at the moment, I picked them up at like $250 a box ish, $250, $260 a box. I'm like, I'm happy with that. I think that's fine right now. And then I mean, like, so some of the stuff I sold some of my duplicate UPCs because it's just too big and too bulky. So I sold off like one of my Charizard UPCs. I sold off one of my Arceus V-Star UPC, or whatever, right? And then I also sold off some booster boxes as well. So I sold off another box of one of my boxes of Fusion Strike and one of my boxes of Chill and Rain. I've still got a few left of each, but it's like they've hit pretty. Like I've got a lot of return on these. I can cash these in to get to then put stuff. A lot of it I've put into, like I say, Palaeo Evolved and stock for shows like cards and paying for like grading slabs and stuff. So that's basically what I've done.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a smart move. You take small profits where you can.
I mean, these weren't small profits.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you take profits on your seal products when, especially if you're holding multiples.
Yeah, me selling
the same thing.
Fusion
and
Strike.
you can sell one Fusion Strike box, and that's it. It's paid for all of the boxes you're holding. It's literally free money now.
I sold one Fusion Strike box for more than me buying a case of Fusion Strike.
Exactly.
So I'm just there like that to me is fine.
Yeah, you're free rolling at the moment, which is fine.
So I mean, I don't know how much all of my sealed stuff is worth. I've not got a clue. Like, the problem I have is a lot of my sealed stuff is scattered between my house, my parents' house, and the storage unit. And I don't know where everything is. It's literally just, especially at my parents' house, it's literally just a nightmare. So for me, it's like I've got some like nice display stuff like ETBs because they look nice as a display. But then my early Sword and Shield stuff, so like Chin Rain and earlier, would most of that stuff is at like my mum and dad. So that would be stuff like Vivid Voltage, Dance Ablaze, Shining Fates, stuff like that basically. Like
all the banger sets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Shining Fates is doing alright. Shining Fates is doing reasonably well. Which, alright, Vivid Voltage, probably not. Someone said to me Battle Styles is doing really well.
Yeah. I think Rudy's been hyping up Battle Styles.
It's probably
in his recent videos.
It's probably because he's got a lot of them.
He's probably holding a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed recently that not just him, but a few other channels have been pumping up these really obscure, I say obscure, but very known, less popular sets, right? Sets that people don't really care about. And Battle Stars is one of them. Shrouded as well.
Shrouded and Stella are moving up as well, which kind of surprised me.
I hate to say it, but they're not. I mean, I love the dash button, right? But they're not great. They're pretty bad. No. They're probably one of the worst. Them and Obsidian Flames, which I call Dance Blaze 2.0, they are not great.
I mean, Obsidian Flames at least has the Charizard now. You got the Charizard, the Ninetales. There must be something else good in that set as well, but from memory, I can't think of what it is right now. But
you got exactly. You got the Charizard, the Ninetales, and the Cleffa. They're the three that I can think of that.
Oh yeah, sure, the Cleffa, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's got a good Charizard doesn't make it a good set.
No, of course not. But with the Charizard now being like pumping in price, it doesn't make the set look as bad as it did, say, 2 months ago, where realistically you'd buy a booster box and there was zero chance you could ever make your money back on it.
Yeah. I mean, Seal product is kind of weird because, like, Obsidian Flame's got time on its side, but if you took Stellar Crown and you took, like, Journey, right, pretty new.
Yep.
If they came out, if we weren't in this market situation now, those boxes will probably still be about 110, 120. They would be very, very cheap compared to other sets, right? So
I think
Obsidian
Stella would probably just sit on shelves. No one would buy it.
Yeah, probably be a £100 box. Whereas like Obsidian does have time on its side. So even if we weren't in this market, I would say Obsidian, which was kind of known to be a pretty bad set anyway, would probably be maybe close to retail. Maybe 140 a box. It wouldn't be like where it's 200 plus or whatever it is now. It's just because of the situation we're in. And that kind of ties into what's coming out next. Obviously, we've got Mega Evolutions, which has been delayed, which I think is fine. Like, it being delayed is what it is.
I don't think it really makes too much difference, to be honest, does it? Because a 2-week delay in the current market really doesn't mean anything. Because were you getting the product in the first 2 weeks anyway, apart from your Pokemon Center drops? No. Exactly.
So it doesn't really... that's not going to really do much. And then you got Phantasmal Flames, which is the hot thing everybody's after. Of course, we're waiting to see whether or not it will drop on the Pokemon Center website as we're recording this today. But it's a small set, the smallest set in a very, very long time. City and Flames is a small set. Stellar Crown, Journey, these are all really, really small sets. Typically, small sets don't perform very well because they're very easy to complete. And when you have a set that has 80 cards in it, and then plus secret rares, is ridiculously small. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen with the single card prices. I think they're going to be they're going to come out extremely high because of hype, and then they're going to fall like crazy because it's going to be so easy to get the big Charizards, is my feeling.
Yeah, I mean, but then you say that, but I'm still surprised that the Japanese cards in Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia are so expensive. I was kind of expecting they would have already have died down.
As in, like, the gold cards.
Yeah, specifically the gold cards.
Yeah.
They're crazy expensive at the moment. No one likes gold cards. Fine,
but those sets are
Japanese.
Those sets are quite big, I believe, in comparison to what Phantasmal Flames will be.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. Everything just seems to be nothing seems to be moving down in price at the moment. So
no,
could be an interesting one.
Yeah, I think Phantasmal Flames will be. I'm going to call it Dance and Blaze 3.0.
Oof.
We see this trend all the time. Burning Shadows, terrible set, big Charizard, whatever, doesn't really do well. One of the weakest of the era, even now. And then you look at Dance and Blaze, absolute trash. But that got heavily printed. And then you have Obsidian Flames, which again was heavily printed, and no one cared. Only because with the current market situation we're in now, people start to care. And you have a big Zard, and it's better than Darts Ablaze. Is it better than Burning Shadows? Possibly.
I think the Megas might keep this
not,
up relevant at least.
I think there definitely is too much hype for the Mega sets. Then there's necessary. Compared to, I think we could go down the journey together route. I think with this, it's not like Destined Rivals. I'm
still very surprised about how cheap some of the Journey Together cards actually are.
Yeah,
they should be more expensive than they are, realistically.
People really are not fond of that set. Like they showed all these new products and all these comments I see, and they're like, "Ugh, Journey Together. Why? I don't want Journey Together in here." It's like people got this ick. Like, "Oh, I don't want Journey Together."
I think people just react that way because the money's not there in the set.
Yeah, and that product.
I think it might actually just be one of the best performing sets in Scarlet and Violet in the future. Not right now.
It could be a sleeper.
I really think it is. It's got some fantastic artwork in there.
I must admit, it does have some nice artwork. It does. It really does. It is a sleeper.
I'm going to pick up some boxes, put them away. If I can get a sealed case, even better.
I mean, the boxes are around retail. Slightly over retail, not much.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to pay over retail.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it depends how much over retail. Like, if they're like $160 a box, that's not too bad. I know it's over retail, but at that point, you're paying an extra £10 a box. But
how long's the set in print for? The set's in print for ages.
Yeah, but for some weird reason,
if there is a downturn in the market, there are definitely going to be times, where it's just going to be under retail to buy that set. Yeah, but I don't want to have to average out my costing when I don't own any at the moment.
The thing is
that's a lie. I've got a box behind me.
Right. I mean, Joined Together, I only have one box. I think.
I got one box.
Yeah, I've got one. Cool. You know, do I mean? Like, I'm not that bothered with Joined Together. I wasn't that bothered with Joined Together before it came out. Like, it wasn't a set that appealed to me anyway. I was like pretty vocal on that. Like, I just didn't really care for that set. But I'm looking at the overall set values of some of these sets, like recently, this like Scarlet and Violet era. Destined Rivals is holding very, very well at 2,000 for the whole set. Prismatic, this thing's falling like, well, kind of.
It is falling by the wayside.
Kind of.
No, it really is.
Right, so in the US, I would agree that it is falling like crazy.
Yeah.
Because they're getting a crap ton of Prismatic.
Yeah. They're getting a lot. Well, they just had the Sam's Club drop, right? Of the the Kangaskhan EX box, or is that what it is? The one it's like Blooming Waters 2.0.
Yeah. But here's the interesting thing. So again, all these restocks, huge. They're printing Prismatic, over in the US anyway, into the ground. Right? Mm-hmm. Pokemon have actually stepped up. The ETBs haven't moved.
Which is crazy considering there was a redrop of Pokemon Center ETBs this week. And eBay just absorbed them straight away at market.
Yeah.
So
Pokemon Center ETBs over in the
it might be a
US
rough one.
is 340, right? And the
Yeah, that's
normal,
wild.
yeah, it's been going up, right? And the normal ETBs is like 105, 100, 105. So still double retail. So we're in a situation where they're printing Prismatic into oblivion. And it's like, yeah, and what? Now the single cards are dropping, as expected, because people are cracking way more than they ever did. That was kind of obvious. But as far as sealed product is concerned, no way. No way. And I don't think Pokemon can print enough of Prismatic. Even they printed at this same level for the next 12 months solid. This thing is holding like no tomorrow. It is.
I think the market will just continue to absorb it because of the people cracking it for online rip and ships and stuff like that, or just general collectors. If they see it at retail, they buy it because it's a good deal, right? Yeah. Wow, I got this at retail. I almost got this morning on a website. I was just browsing on the website and I noticed they had prismatic packs, prismatic bundles in stock. So instinctively, I just went and added 2 to my basket. And then I was like, what are you doing? I don't even want these at retail. But here I am. I've got 2 of them in my basket now and I bought them.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is just complete nonsense because they're going to arrive. I'm not going to keep them sealed. I'm going to crack them because I'm a degen. Yep. I got them at retail, so I'll crack them. That's kind of where my headspace is with Prismatic. And that's what I've been doing since it came out. Yeah. And it's terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know, when they arrive, maybe I won't even open the packet they're in and then just put it straight in a cupboard.
Yeah.
I'll find it in a year and be like, oh, what's in there? Oh, Prismatic. Oh, well, they're £100 a bundle now.
Pretty much.
Maybe that will happen.
Yeah. And,
I mean, that's
honestly,
the way Paldean Fates and 151's gone now with their bundle prices. So,
but the difference between Paldean Fates and Prismatic is Paldean Fates was massively underprinted. There wasn't a reprint of Paldean Fates. That's could you imagine if there was no reprint of 151? I mean, the ETBs, regular ETBs, like £300, right? £250, £300. The Pokemon Center version is like 600 or more, and I'm there like,
yeah, what, like 2 weeks ago it was a £500 box, and then a week before that it was a £400 box. It seems every time I look at that blooming thing, it just goes up in price, and I don't own one.
Yeah,
but I did manage to snag the Snorlax ETB promo in a 10 before they spiked, so that felt pretty good. I just went on eBay and I was like, you know what? The ETB price keeps on going up. I'm just going to buy the promo now.
I did see the price of the Charmander.
Oh, I need to get one of those still for the PC. I don't want to hear it.
Is it the most expensive? Is it the most expensive PSA 10 in the Scarlet and Violet era?
I believe so. Yeah.
I mean, according to this, it's $3,500.
Okay, I don't think it's that expensive.
$3,500 was not pounds. $3,500.
Okay, yeah. I think last sold was around 1,500. Yeah, but it's a Pokemon. Like, I don't know if you've seen the gem rate on that card though.
Oh, there's only 610 of them according to this.
Yeah, it's literally non-existent.
Yeah.
So, I kind of get the pricing on it.
Not many of them have actually been graded either. Just in general, the number of graded is like there's only 2,709. That's for a promo. That's very low.
Yeah, and then 8 just under 2,000.
Yeah, that promo has not been. I have a feeling it's because a lot of people either didn't buy Obsidian, like it sat on the Pokemon Center for a long time, and I didn't buy it. Like it was trash. But look at it now. Same with like Paleo Evolved as well, like the Pikachu and Paleo Evolved Pokemon Center TVs.
But I'm wondering with the recent, because the way I keep on trying to look at promos and stuff like that is with the grading times as long as they are at the moment for PSA, when did that card become £1,000 card? Well, it was like earlier this year. So how many people currently have that card at PSA in grading?
Quite a lot.
That's always my worry with these sort of things, where there aren't many graded. It wasn't crazy, crazy expensive. Obviously, it was always expensive in a 10, but it also wasn't worth sending the risky ones to PSA for them to come back 9s because your 9 was worth less than just the sealed promo. So it's how many are currently out there and what that's going to do to the market once they actually get graded. But then maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe the reason there are only 610 of them in a 10 is because the print quality was terrible. They're all off-centered in some way, which I know all the copies that I opened were ungradable. Couldn't even send them to Ace. They either had damaged corners or were like damaged corners and edges or off-center. And I think I sent maybe 3 to Ace that I cracked, and they all came at 9s. I thought some of them had like an offside chance of turning at Ace, but no luck on those ones. So maybe it should be a £1,500 card, but I struggle to
maybe
spend that amount on that particular card when I can get the 2002 Charmander McDonald's card for the same price. And you're talking about a promo from 2002.
A McDonald's promo.
Or would I rather have a 23-year-old promo or like a modern promo?
I remember going to McDonald's, buying all these Happy Meals to get some packs. Good times. Now I just can't bothered. I mean, it's just... The Charmander right now is very impressive. It's very impressive. I like it. I like to have the normal one graded for my own personal collection because I want to have that, the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur. And I just think it look really cool. But apart from that, apart from that, I'm not that bothered. And I was thinking about this the other day, like going back to the card shows. Like, what am I looking at getting? Like, what am I like? If someone comes up to me and they're like, "I want to trade, I want to sell, whatever," I'm like, I need to make sure I just don't grab everything, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'll trade that, I'll buy that, whatever. Do you know what I mean? And just buy a load of crap. It's like I need to think about what do I think would be easy to move? What do I personally would want to have available as well?
That's like a big problem we had at our first card show. We just sort of took in everything. Someone bought us a card and we just comped it out, and then that's it. We either paid them the cash or we gave them trade on it. And then after the show, like, you look at all these cards and you're like, well, why did we buy this random Japanese art rare of this random very mid Pokemon? Like, why did we do it? Why did we give them £30 or whatever credit for this card? Because no one's going to actually realistically pay us £40 for this card. It's going to sit there for ages, and I've got a stack of Japanese art rares that, like, they're never going to go anywhere.
I mean, I've got a binder, probably about half a binder full of Japanese art rares from Scarlet Valley era sets.
Yeah. And
they're not that expensive. I mean, they're probably anywhere between £3 to £5 each, roughly, maybe, something along those lines. So it could be interesting. Like for me, I'm like, I just like to have some small, cheap ones for people to go along and browse and pick out and stuff. Because I don't have a lot of English illustration rares available, because a lot of them I'm putting together for a binder. I'm not too sure. I'm leaning towards only ultra modern stuff, like Scarlet Violet, Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon. That's kind of it. Maybe a couple of XY, depending on what set it's from, like maybe just generation cards, but that's probably about as far as I'll go. But if anybody comes into with me with anything older, I'm not even gonna. I'm just not interested.
That's a bit of a rough one, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I've got no. I personally, I've got the feeling of I want to stock stuff which not only I like, but it's like the eras as well. I'm not a huge fan of stuff older than, well, Sun and Moon really, but older than XYs, like the mid-era stuff, old vintage stuff. It just doesn't faze me. And then for me, I'm like, I know it's not necessarily for me, it's to sell to people, but I'm like, I personally just don't feel like I want to have that in my inventory. If I don't like
it's easier to sell stuff you like, I can tell you that.
Absolutely, because you're more enthusiastic on it, you're more excited that you have it, and things like that. And I think you kind of, and that's one thing I felt like when we're at the London Card Show, even though they weren't my stuff, I felt like when someone come and asked me for a card which I like, or at least from an era, from a set that I liked, I'm like more enthusiastic than someone come up to me asking for some weird, obscure card from a set I've never even seen before, and I'm there like, yeah, I just don't care. I'm like, that's nice. Give me your money.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all it is. Whereas when people came up,
if you like a card, you can have some banter with people as well.
Yeah, exactly. You can
I've definitely
have that
sold cards at shows where I've just been sad to see them go because I've just gotten used to having them.
Yeah.
And I try not to have any sort of emotional attachment to any of my stock because you run a slippery slope at that point of wanting to price stuff effectively above market just because you don't really want to sell it. But then if someone's going to offer you money for it, they can have it sort of deal, which really upsets me when I see it at card shows. So that's it. Like when I'm packing for a show, if there's a card that I've got any question in my mind whether I'd be happy letting it go for its current value, I don't even bother taking it with me now.
Yeah.
I left a bunch of trainer gallery stuff at home from Kent. Like the Rayquaza, the Pikachu V, the Pikachu V Max, all 10s, Aerodactyl V from Lost Origin as well. It was just a bunch of Lost Origin cards actually. But there was just like a bunch of cards where I was like, these feel like they're still undervalued. I got into them cheap because they were either sold to me at a show or we took them in trade, and we weren't pushed for, oh, I need to take everything with me for the show because we've got so much space and we just need to fill it. We can't have like a bunch of empty spots.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's a bit of a hard one, but I'd rather just not take anything with me that I'm not fully up for selling.
I think what I've done is I've kind of gone through what I already have and have had and gathered over the last few years, and I'm like, okay, which ones have I got an attachment to that I would be very sad to see it go? And all of them, I've scooped them up and I've just put them away. And that's smart. It, right? I'm like, my Moonbryon, my Zards that I got from Sword and Shield area, like a lot of these PSA 10s, which I really, really like, and some of the other cards, which I'm like, they got kind of a little bit of a sentimental value to me. I'm like, nope, they're not going to be available. That is my personal collection. And then everything else, even in the past when I got them graded and they come back 10s or 9s or whatever it may be, I'm there going, yeah, I like the card, it is pretty cool, but I don't really care that much for it. So I was like, that becomes inventory now. And that's basically what I've done with a lot of singles and slabs. There's definitely quite a few singles where I'm like, they've sat in a binder for ages, and I'm there going, there's a reason why they've been sat in a binder for ages, because if I really did like them, they would already have been graded by now. And they haven't been graded, and it's one of these ones where like they're like, I picked them up to grade, so they're very good scented, very well conditioned cards, but I clearly didn't care enough for them to get them to go carry on and get them graded. So I'm like, that's gonna be inventory now, because don't at that point I'm like, yeah, I just don't really care. And again, undervalued cards, like when I we were talking about before the episode, it was like the Mew 151 promo. I graded loads of them. I finally got 1 in a 10, and then they're like, I really like the artwork. I also feel, I know it's sharp massively, but I still feel like it's going to be an undervalued card of all these promos going and shooting up in price. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to hold it.
Yeah.
And then I like my Legendary Bird promos from Hidden Fates. I'm like, I do have quite a few of them in a 10, and it's like, I'll keep one for my personal collection because I really like the card, hence why I graded so many copies of them and have so many copies of them. But I'm there like, yep, the rest will be inventory. So it's just, and I think for me, when I go to the Bristol Card Show and other ones, I think I need to separate cards, like especially for trade-ins, cards that I will have an attachment to, and kind of avoid them, because I know they'll go, oh yeah, I'll trade that, and it'll go straight into the personal collection. And they're like, I need to trade inventory for more inventory. Don't start going, oh actually, yeah, you know what, I really like the Zapdos from 151. I'll trade for that one. I'll take that. That one can go away. It's like, no, I already have one of those in my personal collection. I don't need more of them. That can be inventory. So that's the type of thing that I need to teach myself ready, prepare myself, I think.
Yeah. That's kind of why when I was trying to work out what I wanted to collect, I was just like, I'm just going to pick like a Pokemon that I have an attachment to, and that's Pichu.
Yeah.
And then that's all I'm going to collect. There aren't too many people that bring me Pichu cards at shows. So it works out really well.
Yeah. So if anybody out there's got dash buns...
If they bring me Pichu cards, that's it. I'm more than happy to take them at 70% market, because then it just goes into my PC, and then I will just pay the company
the
cash or whatever it ends up being. I'll do that deal myself with the company, and then I don't need to worry about it.
So before a card show starts, do you go around other vendors and try and buy stuff up? Is that the time of the day where you would go around before it opens?
Yeah, before it opens, generally, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to try and get a good deal done. Also, like at the beginning of the show and towards the end of a show, like when a show's wrapping up, you can generally walk around as like a vendor to all the other vendors, because it's a little bit quieter. And then you never know, some people might have taken in cards that weekend that they just don't want to hold over the weekend. So say I did one deal with another vendor, and he said to me, "Oh, I've not got any shows coming up for the next 5 weeks. These are cards that I don't want to keep." He just wanted to trade a pile of PSA 10 slabs for one larger card.
Yeah.
So he gave me a good deal on percentage if I just took everything, and it was a really simple deal. He just came to my table, and I was like, just point at what you are interested in on my table, and I can tell you if it's going to work for me.
Yeah.
And then he ended up taking a card I had 3 copies of, which I think was Groudon in an Ace 10. I've got a PSA 10 and 2 Ace 10s, so he took one of those, took something else, and I paid him the rest in cash. It was a nice, quick deal.
Wow.
And then at the beginning of the show on Sunday, I had a vendor come and drop almost $2,000 at my table. Just bought a bunch of slabs.
That's nice.
Yeah. It was pretty decent. Gave him a good deal.
Yeah.
We've done deals before.
Okay.
So when he came over and wanted to pay like 85%, I was like, I can't do 85, but we can definitely sort something out depending on what you were after.
Yeah.
And then he took a couple of cards I graded myself. So obviously at that point, we can definitely sort out a reasonable percentage deal for him, because I've got massive room for movement on those cards.
So basically what you're trying to say is, at the Bristol card show in the morning, I'll swing by you. Right, I'll swing by and I'll be like, go on then, I'll have some of these.
Oh, 100%, I'll hook you up.
You probably got some goodies that I'll probably be after anyway.
Yeah, probably. No dash buns though.
You're like, I got Mr. Mimes, but no dash buns.
I definitely have Mr. Mimes.
Nobody... right, I went around the London card show on that Sunday, and I was literally like running around like a headless chicken on the last like half an hour, and I was asking people, do they have a dash bun, SIR, English? Like, no one had it. They had the Japanese version. I'm like, well, that's no good. I've already got one of those. I was like, I just want the dash bun.
No. I got this.
No, I don't want
that. In my Generations pack.
No.
But it's a Miss Mime reverse. Why do you not want that? It's such sick artwork. He's like climbing up the side of a building for some reason. I was watching a window.
Why?
He's a window washer.
Why? He's a creep. That's the difference. They're like, you got the UPCs, right? The shape of the box is like literally you could do a sausage dog. You could literally do a dash bun. It's the perfect size. You just have it splooting across the box. That'd be sick. And you get a playmat of a dash bun. I would pump that to the high heavens.
Well, you would, and like maybe the 4 other people that would buy the product.
Yeah. How many? That'd be Pokemon if you're listening. You know, you've listened to me in the past. You probably didn't, but I was a preacher of telling you that, telling Pokemon that they should put an extra pack in the ETBs in a promo, and look what happened. They did it in Scarlet and Violet, and it just popped off. So yeah, it's
It was all you.
Yeah, that was it. It was all me, 100%. 100%. But no, I think for me, I'm looking forward to card show. Get some good deals, hopefully. I don't really know what I'm going to be picking up, but I ideally want to be taking in trades more so, ready for the London card show. I'm going to try. Like the tables go live tomorrow, so I'm going to try and. I've never tried applying for one in London card show, but hopefully it'll be easy.
I will give you some tips off camera.
Yeah, that'd be cool. and I can try and get some tables. But yeah, it'd be good. I'm looking forward to it. At Vending. I think like inventory wise, I've got like a good amount of stuff. I mean, I've got a good amount of slabs. I've got enough to fill 2 of those like display cases. I've got a couple.
Okay.
I got 3 binders, a mixture of English and then non-English stuff. So it's just, I think for me, it's the day before pricing everything up is going to be very time consuming.
Yep, that is the most time consuming part of my week on the lead up to a show is pricing everything and resorting binders. It's like literally the one thing that I hate doing.
Oh, see, I like doing that.
Yeah, what pulling everything out of a binder just to make it look a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
No.
I'm really fussy. I like that.
I could give 2 shits.
You're like, in that case, I'm giving you all my binders. You can sort it all out.
Oh yeah, like if you fancy sorting out my binders, because
yeah,
I really don't want to have to do it.
I'm really fussy if there's empty spaces in a binder. Like if throughout the day, if I see like people start taking cards out for the slots in the binder, it would bug me seeing people flicking through it and there's spaces. That's gonna be a little pet.
You're gonna have some issues then, because you're not gonna have time to refill it.
Yeah, well, but out of the way. Let me put more.
Give me the binder. Stop trying to bind my cards. I need to put more in there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Or at least, can you do me a favor? Could you just buy the rest on that page? So then I don't have to fill the slot. Page. Yeah.
We only sell full pages of this stall.
Yeah, but they're going to be like cheap cards though, like regular EXs or like full art trainers and full art Pokemon, like the low level stuff.
What you need to do is you need to get multiples of every card and just have them behind them in the binder. So when someone pulls one out, it's not an issue.
It's true. Okay, I've got to buy duplicates of every single card that would ever go in a binder, so I'll never have that issue.
Yeah. Oh, and not just duplicates. You need like 3 copies, because what if you sell 2?
It's true. I should
get like, think ahead about these sort of things.
Just get like a playset, just get 4 of them. 4 of every card.
I don't think you'd fit 4 of each card without damaging them into a binder.
No, probably not. I mean, to be fair, the lower value stuff will be probably not very popular. Well, I don't know, actually. You never know.
I don't know. We do a lot of we do a lot of cheap singles.
Yeah.
You got these people come to your table with their fake Gucci and fake Armani, like shoulder bum bag things.
Yeah.
And then they start looking for like the £1, £2 binders.
They turn up with their fanny packs.
Yeah.
It's literally what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're always like fake designer ones, and they're not even good fakes.
They got them off Temu.
That's the thing that irks me the most. Yeah.
They're like Temu fanny packs.
Yeah, I think if you've never seen a real one, you could probably convince someone that it was real. But as soon as you know what a real one looks like, it's just there's no shot.
Yeah. No. So I feel like the takeaway from today is basically card shows are popping off right now. I mean, there's so many of them. And the market as a whole...
One every weekend if you want it.
Yeah. The market as a whole is changing literally on the day. I mean, by day. I mean, I've seen cards sealed, you name it, and it's just... Honestly, I see stuff like people put up in the Discord, and I'm like, what is going on? You know, so we have that. Of course, we've got the new... we talked about the new Phantasmal Flames. We'll probably get into more of the new sets in future episodes, but obviously it's in the pre-order time. Mega Evolution's been delayed. Sure, whatever. I don't think it's going to really make much difference. Destined Rivals is doing its own thing. I'm hoping that we'll start to see some of these EX boxes start hitting the UK shelves soon. I have seen some of them,
fingers crossed,
on the Smith's website, like not available now, but like they're on there ready with the expected release date, and a lot of them seems to be around November. So you could be looking at November being the month where we're getting a lot of restocks, because I mean you're gonna have Phantasmal Flames, the Charizard UPC, the Moltres UPC, you got a Venusaur Premium Collection box, you got a few other stuff coming, all the other EX boxes coming out in November. November seems to be the month where November seems to be the month where they're overloading on stock. So hopefully, I mean I know we're coming up to Christmas at that point, but hopefully it will do something, maybe, who knows, but we'll have to wait and see. You may see car prices dip as well if a lot of these products are hitting the shelves, because people will be opening them.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, and those sets are going to be stuff like Join Together, Destined Rivals, Surgeon, stuff like that. So be careful with those type of singles. I think early Scarlet and Violet, you're kind of safe. You know, I would say Palladium Fates and earlier.
Reasonable. Yeah.
Like Paleo and Fates 151, Paleo Evolved, Obsidian, stuff like that. I think is single wise anyway, it's fine. Sealed, it don't matter what you buy. You heard it here first. Just buy whatever. Buy what you like. That's,
I mean, it doesn't sound untrue.
Buy what you like, and everything's going up anyway, so you might as well just get what you like.
Yeah.
That's what I do, So buy loads of Shroud of Fable. No, I haven't. No. Just that's definitely not.
I mean, if you want to buy Shroud of Fable, hit me up. I got so many PC ETBs.
No.
They'll be worth something at some point.
They will go up at some point, yeah. Like the Pokemon Go ones, they'll go up at some point. I mean, my Paleo and Fates ones have been going through the roof. My Prismatic ones are now on the massive uptick here in the UK. So yeah, I'm pretty happy of how things are going. But it's getting to the point now where we had this discussion recently in a stream, and it's getting a bit boring as far as like sealed investments going, because I'm not being funny. It's just there's no excitement in it anymore. There's no like speculation. It's just like you just buy whatever.
Hey, buy this box. It will go up, and then a day later it's up £20. Yeah. It's kind of hard to go wrong buying sealed if you don't crack it.
Yeah, every month I do
this is the problem.
Yeah, every month I do like 5 things to get sealed this month, and for this month I'm there going this random box here, just whatever, It's like buy these. Yeah, buy these. Buy Black Bolt booster bundles. If you can get them for retail, they're everywhere. Can't go wrong. It just seems silly,
I made a mistake and opened mine. So
hey, look, I opened. Well, not a booster bundle, but I opened mine. Got the Red Victini. I can't complain. I'll tell you what, Black Bolt. I got the Zekrom, not the black one, but like the SIR, and now I got the Victini.
Yeah. Whereas I've opened zero SIRs.
White Flare, I must admit, I've opened a White Flare, nothing. I don't even think I got a single illustration ref from White Flare. Black Bolt's delivering on like no tomorrow, but White Flare just can't be bothered.
Oh, I think I had the opposite of my White Flare. So Smiths had the bundles, WO Smiths had the bundles in.
Yeah.
And my local WO Smiths they're not nice to Pokemon collectors in there.
Oh.
Like, you'll walk in and you'll ask if they've got any Pokemon, because they don't keep it by the till, they keep it out back. It's never on shelves.
That's why I can't see it in mine. Yeah, okay.
You have to ask them for it, and then they've got to go out back, and they'll feel like you're asking them to do too much extra work.
They're like, yeah, we're not going out.
It's like there are 3 of you working, and there's literally no one in your shop apart from me, and I'm trying to make a purchase.
Yeah.
Surely you can either say yes or no. You've either got it or you don't have it.
Yeah.
And then if you've got it, can you go pick me some up, and I'll buy it right now.
Yeah.
And it always just seems that whenever I go in there, they don't like me.
They're like, nah, can't be bothered. That's probably why I can never find anything in WH Smiths. I didn't, because every time I've gone in there, they've had like the banners up and everything to say they've got it, and I've never seen it. So I'm
you've got to ask them for it.
I'm gonna have to ask, yeah.
Oh, same with Sainsbury's as well. I picked up Powder Evolved sleeved boosters from Sainsbury's this week.
Interesting. I know this weekend in Smiths you can pre-order the Mega Evolution stuff. Yeah, if you go to Smiths in store when it opens this Saturday, you can pre-order the ETBs.
Oh, and it's just the ETB?
Yeah, it's just one of each. You can order one of each of the ETBs.
Yeah, I mean, if I could order a booster box, I'd make the trip for it. But for me, it's like a 35-minute drive.
Oh, okay. But cool, we'll leave it there for today's episode. But we, covered some good stuff. Card shows, new sets, and really interesting stuff. Next week, we would already had the pre-orders kind of done for Phantasmal Flames. Will be interesting. We'll let you guys know how we go on. Try and get hold of some of that product when it drops. But yeah, we will do a podcast next week. We'll try and keep on top of these podcasts. It's always tricky to find times when we're available and stuff, but mainly me. But yeah, we'll try and get it all sorted, and we'll be looking at getting guests on. So I do have somebody I've been talking to, so we're just trying to get them a time where all 3 of us are available. So I'm not going to say anything yet. I want it to be a surprise, but yeah, we'll go from there. But that is it from us. Any last words? Any final thoughts?
No.
There you go. Just no.
Just no.
Just no. That's it. If someone's like, should I buy this? This we're gonna just tell you no.
Yes. No, just yes.
Oh, okay. So if
no final words apart from yes.
Okay.
Just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be it.
Brilliant. All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
See you later.